about hair extensions, but you're not sure which type to get. So today I'm going to show you how to install them, the different type of hair extensions, and how to remove them safely. So make sure that you stay until the end in case that you need to see the one that is right for you. My name is Jei Flourney. Welcome to my channel. So let's go. So here I'm going to show you the different type of hair extension method that's available to you. This is all a personal choice and what you like the most, but we also have to talk about hair health, and you're going to see and decide for yourself what is best for your own hair. So for example, for the sew-in, which I'm not going to show you on the mannequin because I think everybody knows. If you don't know what a sew-in is, and then you have been living under a rock, but it's basically you get braids, and on the braids you get weft hair, and this is what we call weft hair. Look how beautiful the hair is. And then we use, to sew in the hair, you use thread and a needle, right? And you sew it in. It's not so versatile, but a lot of people like it. Personal choice. Ah, look at that beauty. Sorry, I had to show that. Anyways, for the K-tip, the tools that you use for the K-tip is basically this little flat iron. And to install the K-tip, you need to melt the keratin into the hair, which is here. And after it's melted in the hair, you have to use this to remove it, which is an alcohol-based agent. So you can make your own keratin tip with loose hair. You can melt it. I can show you that a little later. But it also comes like this. So these are individual. So this is called K-tip, and these are called I-tip. Okay. The reason why they call I-tip is because they look like an eye, and these are already pre-made. And with Brazilian knots, you have to use loose hair, which give you ability to customize, right? So instead of you having this as individual, with the Brazilian knots, you can make one Brazilian knot as thick as this or as thin as this. So you can customize more. And these are the tape ends, which I'm going to show you a little later. For the I-tip, you also need to use the metal bead. And for the Brazilian knots, you use just thread and hair. We have different colored thread, just so you know. And for the micro links, you also have to use this. And for the K-tips, you use this for removal. Clink, 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 clink. That's how you remove the K-tips, okay? You have to do this to your hair a whole lot for the removal. That's why I don't like them. That's too much for hair. So now I'm going to show you how you install the clip-ins. At the end of the video, I am going to show you how you remove all of the hair extension methods. So right now, what I'm going to show you is how you install them. You have to open the clip. This little teeth will go just like a comb. I'm just going to grab this hair, and I'm going to try to comb it through there. Come on, just get in there. And we're going to make it flat. There you go. So you have your hair extension, which is pretty secure there. But here at Salon 809, we like to go above and beyond, right? So when we do install the clip-ins, we want them to last longer for you. And what we do is we use the method that is used for the micro links. So what we'll do is we take a wide piece of hair, but not that much, just a little wide. And we are going to do the same process that we do for the micro links, which is to put a metal bead on here just so that hair can last longer. Full disclaimer, I am not showing you how you do it properly because I'm doing this video pretty fast. I don't have no time. I'm trying to get this video in for next week. So I'm just showing you the different method of hair extension, right? So I may be a little rough here, okay? So this is just showing you kind of the process that we do, right? So you have that. And then depending on how many clips, this is really small. So you have some that have 4 clips, 3 clips, 2 clips. Depending how many clips you have, you're going to have one link for every comb. So then we're going to put that right through there. See, that was so much easier. And then boom, it stays there. So it's really hard for that for that to come out. And you can literally leave it in your hair for as long as you want, for a week, and it won't move. And we like to do it like that when we installed it at the salon. So this is the clip-ins. I am located in Maryland, Salon 809, if you want to get your clip-ins put in here. And we have really good clip-ins, hair extensions. I just had a customer saying bye, hello to me on the window. I love my customers. So what I'm getting ready to show you is actually the I-tip hair extensions. And I showed you these hair extensions earlier. And this actually is from my hair that I got installed a long time ago when I used to be blonde. And the reason how I ended up finding the Brazilian knots is because I needed to wear hair extensions. My hair got really thin due to health reasons. And I had to find hair extensions. I never wore hair extensions before in my life, so I tried them all. So when I talk to you about hair extensions and which one I like best, I'm not talking to you from a salon owner or a licensed cosmetologist point of view. I'm talking to you from a client point of view because I was faced with the necessity of getting hair extensions, right? So the first hair extension that I tried was the sew-in. I did not like it. I felt like I had two heads in my hair. I wash my hair every week. I just didn't like the idea of not being able to, having the braids under the hair extensions. That wasn't for me. And I'm not knocking it for people that like it. It's okay. I didn't like it for myself. It just didn't feel natural for me. So then the next thing that I tried was the glue-in. Glue-in, to me, I felt that it was damaging. I didn't like it. It was like, no, I don't like that. So then I tried clip-ins. They were too temporary for me. So clip-ins is, to me, is a temporary thing. If you're not into hair extensions, but you want a hair extensions for 2 weeks, a week for an event, and then yes, you use clip-ins. I would love it for that. I tried the tape-ins, didn't like it because my hair was so fine and so thin, and I figure on the removal process, I thought that I lost a lot of hair. I'm pretty sure that I did. I'm not knocking that either. The hair extension method that you choose for you is what works for you. We actually install all of them, but my favorite one and the one that I love the most, I'll tell you in just a second. And I think if you've been watching my channel, you should know. So going back to this is the hair that I got installed. And I kind of like this one because it was versatile. I was able to do a ponytail. It kind of felt natural. It was single strand. Then you use the metal bead, and the metal bead was noticeable in my hair, and it made it a little heavier in my hair, right? So that's the only reason why I didn't like it as much. After this, I'm gonna show you the K-tip. This is a keratin bond that is melt into your hair, and the removal process for my hair, it was too rough for my hair. It took a lot of my hair out. I already didn't have enough hair, and I'm gonna put a picture there so you can see the difference of how my hair was a long time ago. It was blonde, I had no hair at all. I went from hair like this to no hair at all. And that's the reason why I decided to try all type of hair extension method. I didn't like the removal process of that one. I do love how they look. It just doesn't work for me because my hair is too fine and too thin. So then I tried Brazilian knots, of course. And what do we use for Brazilian knots? We literally use a piece of thread and hair. And the removal process is so easy. You can see the videos that I have. I even have a lady that lasted 5 months, hair healthy. I've been wearing Brazilian knots for 7 years. I took about a 6-month break from them just because I wanted to have a bob. I think when I take this out, I'm going to, in the next 3 months, I'm going to go back to a bob. But my hair is pretty healthy. 6 years putting them in every 3 months, and my hair is amazing. The removal process was easy because the only thing that you do is you cut the knot on the thread and the thread unravels. Pretty simple, pretty easy. It's individual. You can do a ponytail, as you can see. I have them in because right now I just have a long bob, so I have them in. Anyway, so I'm going to proceed to show you how you install the micro links and the rest of the hair extensions that are available to you. And it's up to you for you to make a decision on what is it that you want to do. Micro links next, and leave me a comment. Which one do you like the best and why you like it, why you don't like it? Which one have you tried? Which one have you not tried? Which one do you want to try? I want to talk to you about that. If you like what I'm showing you, subscribe to my channel. If you want to see something else, leave me a comment. Follow us on social media, Salon 809, all across the board. We are located in Maryland. Make sure that you check our brand new company, which is called glampreneur.com. I'm going to leave you the website here, and it's all about teaching. It's all about hair products, And for those of you that want to learn and want to take your salon to the next level and want to get high-end paying clients, that's the website for you. Anyways, let's get to it. Here is the micro links. We're going to use I-tip hair, okay? And we're going to use a metal bead. So we're going to grab a little bit of hair. You got to make sure that it's nice and clean. But again, I'm not teaching you how to install it properly. I'm only giving you an overview. We just clamp it together. So with this hair extension method, you have to do a retighten process. So every 4 to 6 weeks, you got to come back to the salon because they kind of slide down, and then we open this. I'm gonna show you later, and then we move it up and we retighten it. And that process costs you money too. So at the end of the day, this may be just a little tiny less expensive at the beginning. If you have to go every 4 to 6 weeks to get this retightened, it's as expensive as Brazilian knots. Okay, so I'm just gonna do another one for you so you can see the process. So we're going to loop the hair through here. Then we're going to place the I-tip. So there you go. You have 2 micro links, and here you have the clip-ins. So now I'm going to show you the K-tip, but I want to be fun and I want to do a different color. The K-tip sometimes come like a U shape, or they come flat. And then you melt this keratin into the hair. And the removal process is a little aggressive for me, so I don't like it. Okay, so I'm gonna grab some of this loose hair, and here, I'm gonna make a K-tip with this. What do you guys think about that? So now you are learning a lot of things from here, right? This is keratin, so I'm melting some keratin. Look how immediately it melted. And I'm going to do this. I just made a keratin tip. I made it flat. There are some tools available out there that you can make your own. That keratin comes in different colors. It comes clear, it comes black, it comes in different color. I didn't find the other color. So there you go. So right now what I'm going to do, so imagine that this came just like this. So I made a keratin tip. And now this is how keratin is actually used. I think I'm going to get a little less hair so it can be nice and fine and pretty. So I'm going to get this keratin, and now I'm going to melt that keratin. Make sure the hair is flat. I'm going to melt it, and then really quickly, we just wrap it around the hair. And there, you see that? That's a keratin tip. It's not supposed to be this. So it's supposed to be a little lower. That's why it's sticking out. So if somebody do a keratin tip like this and it's standing up, you know that they did something wrong. Just like I did right now, but I know that I did. And like I say, I'm not doing this all properly. I'm just showing you the differences. And then I'm going to remove those later. So that's the keratin. I'm going to give you another keratin. So now I show you how to make a K-tip, girl. What do you think about that? Now we have a K-tip, and guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to install it on that beautiful mannequin head. I'm going to do it here. It's supposed to be doing it a little lower and in the same direction of your hair growth. Come on, Aaron, come on. If you need any references on where to buy any of the things, just ask me. Leave me a comment, baby girl. I'm here to support you. I want you to win. Don't mind this. This normally doesn't happen. This is it. Oh, the hair. This is the shit that happened when you record. Okay. And that was just the extension. Okay, lady? So don't come for me. So I like how they look, you know, but it's just removal process and they're individuals. So it's good. It depends what you like. But the Brazilian knots is way better. Okay, I am done with the K-tips. So right now, I'm going to give you some Brazilian knots, baby girl. So I'm going to use weft hair. Normally, we can use loose hair for Brazilian knots. You can go on all the other videos and check that out. So I'm going to cut the weft off. So I'm going to show you how to do the Brazilian knots, right? So we're just going to place the hair here. And we're going to use a piece of thread, and we're just going to tie it. So let me show you. You can find this on our website, salon809.com, or you can find them on glampreneur.com. And this is the other thread that you can use. This one, you get about 25 people out of this full of thread. So there you go. You can find them there. So we're gonna tie the knot. And I'm gonna do 2 of these for you. And I'm going to the IBS show 2025, and we're gonna have a booth there. So make sure you find Glampreneur Salon 809 if you are going to the IBS show. And I'm gonna have the online classes, okay, at $99 for that week. Online classes where you can learn how to do Brazilian knots. Girl, you'll never get that price ever again in your life. Okay, guys, so here I'm gonna show you another Brazilian knots. You have the different types of hair extension method, right? You got Brazilian knots, you got K-tips, and you got micro links or I-tips, however you want to call them. These are the tape-ins, right? This is how they come. They also, you know, pretty cool. You get a thin, very thin piece of hair. And you just basically stick the hair on there, right? And I'm gonna get my other piece and I'm gonna sandwich it on top. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna use a little bit of heat so I can melt that tape, just because this tape has been reusing all over the place. Okay, so I can tape it really well there. Normally I don't do that, but I'm just trying to melt that tape so I can retape, just for the showing purposes, okay? You can come at me if you want, actually, I don't care. See how it's still like, stay there, stay there. But anyways, you see what I'm trying to show you, that these are, I don't want to pull it too hard. These are the tape ins. So, you know, some people like it. I don't. You go in and you have to use an agent to remove that glue that's stuck to your hair. So glue in, you use glue. And this lasts, I don't know, until you wash it again. But you have to use oil to do that. So you basically, that's it. You glue it, right? Normally you can use a blow dryer, is what we do, cold air, but and that's the gluing method. This is also more temporary. This will come out when you wash your hair. And now I'm gonna show you how you remove them, baby girl. Gluing, taping, Brazilian knots, K-tip or fusions or keratin, I-tips or micro links. And we have the clip-ins, right? So let's remove the clip-ins. Pretty easy. You're gonna unsnap, you're gonna lift up, and it's removed, right? If you didn't do this underneath, and then you don't have to worry about that. We do it at the salon again because we want the client to have that very, very secure. And now we are going to go the opposite direction of making it flat, and we're gonna remove that beautiful link that we put in there. And if we wanted to redo it, normally it just usually slide down or come here. So we do the same thing, and then we bring it up and retighten it. So that's what it's done for the micro links. When they come down, we just basically open that up. It's usually here, we move it up and we tie it. That's basically what the process is for the retightening of the micro links. Okay, so now we're gonna remove the micro links or the I-tips. So we're just gonna open here. If they low, we basically get the hair, we bring this up and retighten it, right? We're not doing that now, we're gonna remove. So this is a pretty safe removal, right? The clip-ins, very safe, very temporary. Type of method. This lasts you a little longer, but you also have to do maintenance every 4 to 6 weeks to retighten them. Pretty safe, but you can customize the hair and you have the metal bead with it, but pretty safe. If you like it, I love it for you. Okay, for me it didn't work, but I like it. For this, we're gonna use a removal agent. This is a solvent and it's alcohol based. So you have to spray this and you have to kind of just let it stay. And then this is the tool that you use to remove. I showed you this early, so you have to break that bond, right? So you use the agent and you break that bond. The way that I'm using these pliers, I do not want nobody removing my hair like this. The longer they stay in your hair, the more difficult it is to remove. I think it's coming out now. Should be able, there you go. So you slide it out. And I believe some hair comes out with it. Here's only a little bit because literally we just put it in today. So that's basically how you remove the K-tips. Let me see what this one is doing. I like doing this because you guys think Brazilian knots is tedious. It is not. This is tedious. Doing this, I cannot. No, thank you. My hand hurt already and I'm only removing 2. Here you go. That one came out. So Brazilian knots, really, really simple. You install it simple. You remove it simple. You're gonna cut that knot that we made and the thread unravels. You see that? Easy. Done. And your hair is removed. Easy detangle, easy removal, all good. So we're gonna cut the thread. Of course the thread, but the knot that we made. And the thread unravels. The thread unravels regardless of how long you had it in your hair. It just does. You remove the hair. You can reuse it. The only difference is that when we install, right, you're gonna have that piece, so you lose a little bit of length every time. But that's about it, and that's the removal process for that. And for the tape in, you also need an agent. So we spray. This is gonna come out pretty easy just because it didn't have that much glue to begin with. So you get a comb. I'm using my hands because I can't find my comb, but you put it through here, right? And then it comes out. Usually it kind of slides down, but this didn't really glue. So there you go, tape ends. And this one you need to use oil, and you use oil, or, you know, and then you basically remove it like that. The glue is really, really tacky, so stays on your hair. I had it before, not a fan. And that's it. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. Just like that, I showed you all the hair extension method available to you. So now it's up to you to make a decision. Which one do you want for your hair? Or if you have any questions, make sure that you leave them below. Subscribe and follow us. And thank you so much for watching. My name is Jamie.